The Epstein files. So there was a lot of reporting today that the judge rejected the Epstein file request that the transcripts from the grand jury be revealed. Two things about that. That was the request made to the Southern District of Florida. Southern District of Florida concerning the federal grand jury formed all the way back in 2005, 2006. They have made a separate independent request for the more pertinent grand jury transcripts from the Southern District of New York. That court has not yet ruled on the motion. The court that ruled on it in the Southern District of Florida, as we mentioned on the Sunday show, that's in the 11th Circuit. The 11th Circuit has the position that grand jury records are pretty much always secret, outside of very limited exceptions established by the Supreme Court's Rule 6E rules, and they've interpreted it in the most narrow form possible. This is why a few years back, they refused to release the grand jury records of the last arguable lynching, to a degree, in Georgia, 1946, the deliberate execution of a bunch of black citizens by 4 unmasked men. And the question was, what the heck happened to that grand jury that they never indicted any of them? And the 11th Circuit said, no, we can't reveal that. That's super, super duper secret. And by contrast, the Second Circuit has long recognized the constitutionally protected public interest in those records and disagrees directly with the 11th Circuit. So the judge in the Southern District of New York does not have the same limitations that the judge in Florida had. So now if the Justice Department does its good work, it should appeal that all the way up to the Supreme Court of the United States to request the access. One, it helps vindicate Trump on trying to get some records out concerning the Epstein files, but also it's just horrible law that the idea that in the 11th Circuit you have no public interest at all recognized under the Constitution, the rules, or the statutes to grand jury records, even when there is simply no basis for those records to be sealed anymore. So people were getting confused that meant that was the end of it. It's not the end of it by a long stretch. The Southern District of New York is likely to grant the unsealing request, and those pertinent records will indeed become at some point publicly accessible and available.